I spend a lot of my time looking at wildcards, these unexpected risks on the outer edge of the radar screen. And we've already heard about things like bird flu on the one hand and Enron-type challenge on the other. And you could say that the whole of compliance is about managing wildcard risks. Very low probability, but high impact risks. And the trouble is that inside every bank here are hundreds of wildcard risks. And each of these has a very small probability of happening, but because there are so many of them, the risk in your bank of one or two wildcards going off this year is in fact very high. And that is the greatest challenge for management at the moment. In fact, many boards and senior teams are having to spend more and more of their time reacting to a very unlikely event, and that has just happened again inside the organization. And the trouble is that technology, wildcards, and some of these verbalized challenges can change banking faster than our IT systems. And that is why the days of strategy are over. What I mean by that. The days of having just one IT strategy are over. Why? Because the world can change faster than you can develop new IT. And that means we have to have a very different way of managing the future. You can have the greatest strategy in the world. You can spend $500 million on consulting, and simply find that you have run even faster in the wrong direction. So the challenge then is to invest in keeping our options open. And I'll give you an example in terms of the web. You know, the new web, Web 2 as it's been called, is going to look very different. We're talking about technologies like AdSense, which has given an income stream to any child or student who has a website. Things like eBay, which is now generating up to 5% of all packages traveling in the UK. PayPal, Ajax, blogs, 10% of all web users in America now have their own web diary, and many are generating income from it. Tagging, Wackets, and other things. All kinds of new technologies are coming, but my friends, the future is not about technology. The future is not even about banking regulation. The future is about emotion. And in every wild card, there is an emotional element. It's emotion which drives regulation and compliance. It's the public reaction to a piece of news, to the event. If there is no emotion, there is no change in regulation. So if we wish to understand the future of compliance, we have to understand the future of emotion and what kinds of events are likely to happen to us. That's why, I say don't believe market research. Market research can't tell you the future. Market research only tells you history. It tells you what people used to think about the future. If we want to build future systems, if we want to stay ahead of emotion, of regulation, if we want to plan the right future, then we have to go beyond market research, and you know this in technology hundreds of times only. give you an example. My mother is a private banking client, and she doesn't like mobile phones, and she has always said that she will never go online to buy stocks and shares. She will never send an email. She would never use PayPal, and she will never give any credit card information over the phone. Right. And so she always says this to all market research. And then, one day, she phoned me, and she said, Patrick, you have to come round now. So I went round and to find out what the problem is. And she says, a terrible thing is happening. I have a disaster. All my friends are making their arrangements to go to the theatre, the opera, the cinema on email, but they write a little note and they put it in the post, and then I get it a week later. So I need to go online now. So I go down to the PC shop, the computer shop with her, and she says, no, I need the big one. So she says, I want to, I show the cheap ones, the middle ones, the top ones. She says, no. She says, I need something like this one. And she says, I need a video camera. I need Skype. And I need, is it wireless? I need a broadband network in my house. And I need a 3G video phone. So we installed everything. In 3 hours, she has jumped 35 years of technology. She has left, and what has happened, the next thing she does is she phones me up. Patrick, I am trying to call my bank, but I cannot see my banker on my phone. Because what happened is that she jumped and she left you behind. She's 70. How long would it take you to put 3G into your call centers? How long would it take you to put 3G enabled video technology on every desk, in every call center, and in every private banking relationship manager's PC? How long would it take? As much as you like. 6 months. You must be the CIO. CIOs always say 6 months. And then I ask another question, my friend. Which bank are you from? Oh, Taser. Okay. And how long will the board of Taser take to make the decision? Internet. Yeah. See, it takes a very long time. So the lesson is, listen to my mother, but never believe what she says. Okay? No. I'm going to show you, and a reason for this, I'm going to show you a video which has been banned on television in my country. No one can see this in Britain anymore. I thought you would like to see it. It passed the market research test, and it advertises